Well, we've done this 50 times already. You know what this is, and you know what we have to do. Time to get gamey. Time to get rocky. Time to get...
between a rock and a hard place.
Whoa! People are singing the theme in the showers. That means they're thinking about me when they're naked. I guess I really am. Hello everybody, hello, welcome to episode 50 of Between a Rock and a Hard Place. Cheers everybody. Welcome to a very special episode, because this is not a regular episode. I decided for my 50th that I was going to do a big Q&A episode where I answered any questions that people sent me via Twitter, Facebook, or video submissions. I asked for some video submissions, and I did get quite a few. And thank you for those guys. By the way, I'm JRock the GameRocker, in case you didn't know. And this is my 50th episode of my show that I do every week, Between a Rock and a Hard Place. It started out as a weekly vlog, and it's remained that and more. It's become more. It's more like a show. Even Kevin from Retro Fandango, I give him a lot of guff, but we're buddies, and he even said on one of the more recent Retro Fandangos that it is a show. Like, it's more than just sitting in front of the camera with no edits, which is what it started out as, so that's cool. It's just evolved, and in the 50 weeks that I've done it, I've never missed an episode, so it's kind of a big deal to get to 50, so for that, I thought I would do something special and do a Q&A for my viewers. So, first off, I want to thank John from, we call him Nostalgion. He does memoirsdegeek.com. He did that intro where he was singing in the shower. So thanks for that earlier this week. And yeah, I hope that's all you were doing in the shower, singing the song. But yeah, thanks, John. That was hilarious to see that. So now, gonna do viewer Q&A. This is not a regular episode, so I'm gonna kind of throw everything out. Nothing's really been going on that much this past week for me anyways, but of course reaching this 50th episode, and actually I just passed the 500 mark in subscriber count on YouTube, so I'm at 501 subs right now, so that's a bit to celebrate too. So thanks to everybody who's watching, even if you're not commenting or whatever, you know, thank you for watching. And don't be afraid to comment down below if you never have before. I'm always liking to say hi to people. I make a point to sit down either one time a week, or sometimes even I get to it once every 2 weeks, which I think is bad. I try to do it once a week, but sit down and just respond to every comment on my videos. So yeah, do not be afraid to comment down below. So yeah, now on to the Q&A episode. I got a bunch of entries in this Q&A episode here. I wrote them out on pieces of paper and put them in my Ghostbusters containment unit here, and I'm gonna pull them out and make it I thought it would be fun to do it a bit random. So oh yeah, and on the 50 the big 500 sub count, I'm gonna be doing like a giveaway, I think, in the near future for that, so look forward to that. But yeah, on to the Q&A. A whole bunch of people submitted questions, got a bunch of videos. Thanks everybody. It was kind of a last minute thing within the last few days, so there was like 3 days I think people had to get their videos in. So thank you to people who did, who found the time to do that. So you're in here, it's all random, so I thought that would be fun. Let's see, who's the first question here? Bill from STC Pod. His question is, well, the STC Pod, first off, is a Start to Continue podcast. You should check them out. starttocontinue.podomatic.com, I believe. And like everywhere else, you'll find them. It's a mouthful trying to get all their links out there in one breath. So he had a couple questions. The first one is, where is the most uncomfortable or weirdest place you've played a video game? Uncomfortable. Sometimes I've been stranded after work and had to sit maybe at the bus station or something for a while and play some handheld gaming, and it's kind of uncomfortable physically doing that. I feel like a bum. But weirdest place I played a video game is actually when I was kind of really young. I had my Game Boy, and I was playing my Game Boy at a funeral parlor in, like, I guess the lobby of a funeral parlor. So yeah, I guess I certainly wouldn't do that now as an adult, but yeah, I did that as a kid. I played my Game Boy in a funeral parlor. Now his second question is it true you only wash your hair with juices and berries? No, Bill. The secret to hair like this, come close, I'll tell you.
You have to wash it in the blood of the unbelievers.
Yeah, so that's the secret to hair like this, Bill. Thank you for the question. Next question. We gotta kind of gotta maybe do these quick. There's a lot. Oh, Rose! At L'amour lapin. I believe that's in a French accent. L'amour lapin. Thanks for watching, Rose, and commenting all the time. Her question is, do you feel that retro video games are too expensive / getting out of hand? And yes, I'll drink to that. Yes, I do believe that they are. It's crazy now. It's kind of even like a more sound investment than the stock market and gold, really. If you can get these games cheap, and you know, some people take advantage of that, the scalpers of that. So yeah, I think it's getting crazy, and I'm crazy for collecting games right now, I think. So that's the answer to the question there for you, Rose. Thanks for watching. Oh, Alex PEREIRA. Alex PEREIRA does a lot of camera work and editing for REREZ and What's in Your Game Room. Buddy of mine. Thanks for watching, Alex, and asking a question. His question is, ooh, and it's one of the toughest ones that I had here. If you could only have one, what would you pick? Video games or rock and roll? So, you know, I'm JRock the GameRocker. That's video games and rockin', GameRocker. So that's two very big parts of my psyche there. So, I mean, it's almost like a paradox situation where if you got rid of one, I would cease to be. I would be JRock the Gamer, and that would be encroaching on Brazil the Gamer's territory, and or I'd be JRock the Rocker, and that might be just too much rock, too close together for people to handle. So that's a tough one. But it's kind of a question of, would you rather go blind or deaf, I think. And I've thought of this before. Blind, you wouldn't be able to play games. Deaf, you wouldn't be able to listen to music. And so I've kind of made the decision before that, like, you kind of think of this stuff throughout your life, like, would you rather? And I've picked I'd rather be deaf, because then at least you can see the people you love and still see your surroundings and enjoy video games and whatever. And sure, like, I love music, and that would really suck, and I hope I never have to deal with that. But that was a really tough question, Alex. But yeah, I guess I would pick video games, which would be, you know, the equivalent to going deaf rather than going blind. Just got dark there. Next question. TOKUJOE. Oh, almost dropped it here. Hey, TOKUJOE. You are a very dedicated viewer every week. You're like the first to comment, buddy. Thank you so much for getting between a rock and a hard place. Getting behind between a rock and a hard place. Your question is, what have been some of your biggest challenges while making content for your channel? And this brought up a lot in my mind. It is kind of a long list. I'll name a few things, of course, and I think everyone can agree with it, is time. You do not have enough time to do all the things that you want to do, which leads to the second thing, which is to do with time, is ideas. You have so many ideas and you don't have the time to do it. So that's one of the biggest challenges, is picking which ideas to go with. And I've kind of done like this weekly video, right? And I've kind of been focusing on that. And sure, there's been tons of other ideas. Like I probably have an endless list in my mind of things I've wanted to do, but it all boils down to time, really. I think everyone maybe can agree with that. And also a challenge of coming up with content for my channel, because I do this weekly video. Sometimes it can be tough when I'm feeling really tired to sit in front of the camera maybe and talk for a bit. So that's a big challenge. And yeah, just time to edit, time to shoot, setting it up. Yeah, that's a big challenge. Time, buddy. The greatest challenge of all. Thanks, TOKUJOE, for that question. Oh, here's a question from BURTON from AndThenSheGames.com. Which game have you sunk the most time into, either in one play or in all time? Well, I kind of had two in my mind, but I think maybe it's Diablo 2. And between Diablo 2 and maybe Final Fantasy 7, because I played that game all the way through at least 3-4 times, and when I do, I grind the crap out of it. And just Diablo 2 is one of those kind of never-ending games where you're constantly just going for loot, and it's never-ending. So yeah, as for in one play, probably I've done some pretty much, yeah, Diablo 2 all-nighters. I think I've done that. Surely something I've done. So thanks for the question, Lo from AndThenSheGames.com. People go check out Lo's blog. She's awesome. Next question from Steven Eider. What are some of your favorite music games? I don't know what you mean by that, Steven, but music games like I don't know if you mean rhythm games. I don't play many of those. DDR is kind of fun, like fun thing to do if you're at like a movie theater and it's there, or stuff like that. I do enjoy anything with, of course, the music I like in it, rock and roll. So they have a lot of that in Guitar Hero and Rock Band, and that was sort of fun for a bit, but I found that to be a bit of a fad, so I don't really play any of that anymore. But that was kind of fun, the Rock Band stuff. Of course, they had the Rock Band AC/DC and every other friggin' thing, so yeah, I like that, I guess. Rock Band and Guitar Hero, that was really fun. Sorry, Guitar Hero AC/DC. I get all mixed up. There was tons, and they're coming back with that big time. I don't think I'll get into it though, because yeah, who has the space for all that stuff? Drums and everything. Next question. Thank you, Steven. Next question is from SKYLER, the Baked Gamer. He has two questions here. First one is has YouTube helped in real life? And yes, of course it has, SKYLER, because I have real life friends and people that I talk to online that I consider real friends that I haven't met before. But yeah, I have real life friends that you know, are good friends now because of doing my channel. So of course it's helped in my real life. Yeah, it's awesome, and it all comes down to the people in your life, really. If you think about what the meaning of life is, it's surrounding yourself with awesomeness, and so I've been surrounded with some awesomeness due to my channel, so to get a little heartfelt with you there. And the second question is what is your favorite PS1 RPG? And what that really comes down to for me is a battle between Final Fantasy 7 and 8. And I know Final Fantasy 8 gets a lot of crap for because it's like a crappy little story, like a love story or whatever. I don't really play it for the story. I really enjoy the gameplay of Final Fantasy 8. So it was a little tough to make the decision to go with Final Fantasy VII. Because Final Fantasy VII I've played numerous times, and I've even been thinking about doing it again, and when the new one comes out, I might possibly get whatever system that's on to play it. So yeah, Final Fantasy VII, buddy. Thank you, Skyler, the Baked Gamer. There's still a lot in here. I don't know if I'll have to do a two-parter or a big long one here. Big long one, that's what she said. Oh! Speaking of big long ones, here we go. It's What's in Your Game Room? Eric Ferreira. He has a couple questions here. Number one is, who gave you the nickname JRock? That actually comes from my high school days, back in my high school days. High school is when I really got into music and really into rock and roll, classic rock and everything. And yeah, so that was a big part of who I was, and I made sure people knew it, my passion in music. And yeah, that's how it came about. My buddies started calling me JRock, and just sort of that was born. And sort of around the same time as Trailer Park Boys 2, but had to do with the rock and roll, and not that I was like JRock was. His second question was, if you could change one thing about the video game industry, what would it be and why? I would change that everything's so damned expensive, because not made of money, that's why. Work hard for the money, and everyone just wants so much. And it's kind of, gaming has really become hand in my pocket sort of thing. Not in my pocket, but in your pocket as well, in everyone's pocket. You got to pay monthly fees for, you know, Xbox Live, and I do that. I pay the yearly thing of $60, whatever. I pay it one shot, and you know, that's fine. They give you the free games and whatever, but there's that, and then there's just you buy the games. And as you buy them brand new, especially in Canada right now, they're friggin' expensive. They're like $70, $80, $90 for a new game, and like. And then you got DLC on top of that. My buddy's talking about getting the Call of Duty 3, and then how much he spent on that pre-order. He didn't get the DLC, but he told me how much it was. The season pass, and it's ridiculous. The season pass is like $50-$60. So I think the whole DLC, cash grab, and freemium games that suck you in with microtransactions, and I don't play that. JRock don't play that. So yeah, that's what's going wrong, is people just wanting to grab money. Just wanting to grab the money instead of trying to make good games and trying to make a fun experience for the player. So that's what I would change. Sorry about the rant, but thank you for the question, Eric Ferreira from What's in Your Game Room, buddy. I hope to see you soon. I'm sure we will cross paths soon. You got to come down for a Saturday and visit at one of games. Matt would like to see you too. Still a lot of questions. Look at this. What the hell? This will be a long episode. I don't give a crap. I don't care. It's past 10-minute episodes now. It's a show. Alright, Player 2 of the Cartridge Bros has a question here. Thank you, Player 2, my new bro. I've been hosting the Cartridge Club podcast last month and this month. Just saying. No, but it's an honor to do that, and so he's my new brother. My new Cartridge brother. Cartridge Bro. P2. He asks 2 questions. 1, favorite Subway sandwich. And I actually don't eat at Subway a lot because they're a little bit on the expensive side. And I have a buddy sub shop that I go to. That's, you know, a mom and pop that I go to. And but when I do go to Subway, I like to get anything on Italian herb and cheese bun. That's awesome. But yeah, I like to do assorted with double cheese and bacon and stuff, or that whatever Philly steak one or whatever. That's pretty good if they don't stinge out on the ingredients. And so yeah, that's the answer for you. And you know what? I tried to shoot a little clip with my sub guy, and he was too camera shy. Gus is my sub guy. I've been going to the same sub shop for a while because I've lived in the same area for a long time. And yeah, his name's Gus, but he's camera shy. And he really likes Kiss, so yeah, so he's cool. P2's second question is, what is the first game you ever beat to the end credits? And this is kind of, I'm really not sure on that. Back in the day when we had the NES, we had the Game Genie for it as well. So that kind of helped us see a lot of endings that we probably otherwise wouldn't have. But I'm probably thinking the earliest endings I probably saw were maybe Mega Man 2, Mario 3, or trying to think of what other one it would be. The games that we had. The games that we had at the time, like we would have seen the endings to. Can't really, I'm drawing a blank right now. Mario, oh, the one that I really that I thought of earlier that I wanted to mention was Turtles 2 arcade game. We played the crap out of that, my brother and I, so that might be one of them too. So out of those three, Super Mario 3, Turtles arcade game, and whatever the hell the other one I said there, Mega Man 2. Those are probably the first endings I saw. So yeah, thanks for the question, P2. Onward and forward! Well, recording went a little long, and rather than upload an hour-long video to YouTube, I decided to break it into parts. So stay tuned for part 2 of viewer Q&A. In the meantime, keep on rocking them games. Thanks for squeezing on in between a rock and a hard place, my little pebbles. If you missed last week's video, you can go on and check that out by clicking the window on the right there. And if you want to see how to rock Super Ghouls and Ghosts and get that true ending, click the window at the top left. And as always, thank you to the NESROMANCER for the music that I get to use of his in my episodes. For a large portion of 50 of my episodes, he's been a big part of that, and special thanks to him. So keep on rocking, guys, and stay tuned for part 2 of viewer Q&A.